Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Daily Update, my 1000 Days Challenge. This is day 896, so let's get things started. Alright, so quick run through itself, we definitely do see a very bullish momentum swing across the board. For S&P 500 itself, we're consolidating nicely above, right below this resistance region itself. A very good sign of strength in my opinion, as long as we do get not a clear rejection, even though we have a potential rejection over here, we actually didn't have a swing low below the low over here as well. So it's a very clear sign of strength, and we are potentially attempting to break above. I do think that we are very likely to at least break above or attempt to break above, or at the very minimum stay close to it. And if we do close near that, there'll be a very good sign for signs of strength for next coming week. And the same case goes for S&P 5, Nasdaq as well. We're consolidating, but right above the so-called, I wouldn't say right above resistances. I would say similarly is right below resistances, because technically I would see this horizontal resistance as a higher priority in that sense in comparison to this, simply because when moving averages are flat, I look towards more of a horizontal kind of resistances and support rather than moving averages as a priority itself. All right, and then overall, if you move in terms of ASH, like I mentioned, it's very clear that right now we're definitely moving in the upside. The question is, when will the retracement happen? And a lot of times, if you're looking to trade wise, then definitely I will still wait for retracement. If you're looking to buy long-term wise, then that's a very different story, because we have a very strong continuation bullish trend, and by the time we do retrace, it could be even higher than here before we have a very decent and continuation bounce in that sense. Because it depends on whether it's like a pullback kind of wave, or is it kind of like a consolidation, flat kind of a consolidation kind of wave, in which case price may not reach here if it is a flat kind of consolidation. But in case if a very strong pullback, kind of a V-shaped kind of a pullback, then yes, we may potentially reach here or even lower in that sense. Right, so same sentiment for KWAY itself. Definitely, we are trying to still consolidate over here. We haven't break out like the case of ASHR, but definitely still leaning towards the bullish side of things. And then finally, for Bitcoin itself, it's definitely leaning towards bullish. You can see yesterday candlestick was the candlestick that you actually do want to see. If you're actually in a long, I'll definitely still stick to it, simply because right now we have very clear confirmation that once we broke over here, which I didn't expect to break on the first try, but we did, and we break with actually very strong conviction over here. So in addition to the extreme volume in itself, I wouldn't say, okay, we wouldn't say super extreme volume, but the volume is definitely significant, and it's very clear confirmation that we have broken out of the range bound region itself, simply because you can see over here, compared to over here, we actually tried to break above 2 times and then we failed. This time around, we broke above the second time, we are still gaining momentum in itself, so that's definitely a good sign of strength. But of course, retracement over here will definitely be likelihood over here be in terms of 200 exponential, a simple moving average on the daily chart, and that will actually be a very healthy sign, because the last time we actually approached it, it's actually extremely long, as you can see. Ever since we broke below that, wow, that's all the way in 29th of December 2021. Wow, that's actually extremely long. So ever since we broke below this, we actually was rejected all the way down, and then we retested over here, and then we get another rejection, and then we went all the way down. So firstly, we retested here, bounced here, broke down over here, and then we retested here, and then we have a very strong push all the way from this 48K mark all the way to this 18K mark itself. So it's definitely extremely significant. I don't think we will break this on the very first try, but if we do consolidate and pull back over this region itself, I will see this as a very strong accumulation zone, whereby I'll be looking to accumulate potentially as much Bitcoin as I can for the long-term hold itself. All right, and even for trading position wise, if you do a very nice consolidation or pullback, I would again look for potential trade setup as well. All right, with that said, I've come to the end of today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop by your comments below. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.